They call it artificial intelligence.
Yeah, it's artificial intelligence.
Yeah, it's really a phenomenal thing. It's unbelievable. I don't know how it affects anything Torah-wise, if people can use it also for that, but
they said
it's amazing.
They said somebody, I don't know which type of rabbi it was, did a shiur or a sermon from artificial intelligence. It was in I think the Times of Israel this week, which is just unbelievable. It's halachically, it's problematic. I don't know. It sounds.
Then you won't need to have any human beings, any rabbis, any the artificial intelligence will do everything, and that's it.
It's a big problem. I don't know how it's going to work. But right at the moment, I think that my phone, because I'm missing you a lot, coming in and out. Les, I've made you the host in case I
wonderful.
Get
okay,
off.
It's recording. Wonderful.
Okay,
so Sam, did you?
Oh yeah, I did phone Ruby. He doesn't answer the phone.
So can I just tell you a little thing about it?
We continue. In any case, you record it, and those are interested and could not attend the shiur tonight.
They'll see the recording.
Get the recording, am I right?
Yeah, they'll get the recording. Yeah, I've already started posting the last week's one. Yeah.
Okay. So we are going to the Mishnah. In the Mishnayot is Yud 10. In the
10.
of them, it will be Mishnah 12.
Yes.
אוקיי. רבי מאיר אומר, הווי ממעט בעסק ועסוק בתורה, והווי שפל רוח בפני כל אדם. ואם בטלת מן התורה, יש לך בטלים הרבה כנגדך. ואם אמרת בתורה, יש לו שכר הרבה ליתן לך. Translation, Rabbi Meir says, reduce your occupation with business matters and occupy yourself in the Torah. Be humble in spirit before every man. If you have neglected the Torah, there will be many causes for neglecting it in your way. But if you have toiled in the Torah, yes, he, capital He, has reward plenty to give you. So, what is the Tarkam to tell us? When he says, reduce your occupation, reduce your occupation with business matters. Depends. Depends what you do with the time that you are going to reduce. If you're going to reduce your learning because you are wasting the time of something else, then there is no point in reducing. Better have something that can help you in your life, Torah learning, Torah study. If you are reducing your occupation in business because of laziness. Also, this is not what he's talking about here. He talking about that as a Jew, a person must see the Torah as the main subject for which a person should try and make an effort to use the time effectively with Torah study. Obviously, it doesn't mean to say that you should not have business or occupy yourself or whatever at work. You have to make a living, but you should still see that the main purpose, like I don't remember where I learned many years ago, that a Jew is earning money for what? Not to waste money on nonsense, that he'll be able to study or to give proper education to the children, that they should learn, etc., etc. Not just to go and he has to make money to be able and waste it in nonsense. So the purpose is, for a Jew, the main task is Torah learning, Torah observance. But we are not in a situation with a Gan Eden that you can just learn and not try to earn money for your living. But why do you need money for your living? Of course, you need for your basic living. But, as I said, the main purpose that you should be able to utilize the money for Torah purposes. That is what means here. Now, when we are saying this is something that is very, very this is now coming to emunah, to faith, to believe. We believe that whatever we earn in our life, in our year, is what the Eibishter, what God actually gives us, or whatever He decreed that we should earn. This is a very difficult concept but this is one of the most important principles in emunah, in faith. You don't do things because you are clever, you are making a lot of effort. The end of the day, God gives you the means how to earn. If you feel that you earn because your brain, so it means that God decided that you should earn so much, and for that, He gives you the vessels or the instruments how to be able to get the money. But as the Torah said already, Kochi ve'otzem yadi, a person should not say, it is me, it is my power, it's my that I achieved. Moshe Rabbeinu said, don't you say, Kochi ve'otzem yadi, my power and my strength. this is what resulted in my gains or my possessions. You have always to think, Kadosh Baruch Hu, God, He is the one, anoten lecha koach. He is the one that gives the instruments, as I said, to be able to earn and to make money. So if Hashem decided that you will become rich, wealthy, then He will supply you with the means, with the ideas how to make it. But if God, and you can see in life, if God decided for whatever reason, which we don't understand, as we discussed last week, not always we understand God's ways, but if HaKadosh Baruch Hu decided that you are not going to be wealthy, then it will not help whatever you do. You are not going to get what you think you will get. And I'm sure that people in business can see it. Sometimes you're sure that you are going to make a fortune, it doesn't work. Sometimes I see some business people who have got common sense, but unfortunately, whatever they tried, it didn't go. On the other hand, sometimes I see people who became rich, and I think to myself, I know them, they are fools, they are stupid. How did they make it? If God decides that you'll do it, then you'll do it. So more effort that you will put in is not going to be more successful more than God decided. We say in Rosh Hashanah every year, מזונותיו של אדם, the food of a person, or means the income of a person, in Rosh Hashanah, HaKadosh Baruch Hu decides for us or what's going to be during the year. There is one of the Balei Musar in the previous generations. They said, if you have a strong bitochen, faith in Hashem, that He will give you what you need, you don't have to work, you just buy a lottery, and you'll get the money. But you have to be in such a high madrega, in such a high level, to really feel and believe that's not you that you are making, it is what God decides for you. This is what actually is being brought here. And this is very difficult because we're making a lot of effort, and we have to believe that all our effort are not going to achieve more what God decided that you will get. And therefore he says, "Ma'at basic." Don't think for a moment if you increase your occupation and you work out there, it's going to make more money. Because we believe the money is what was decided for you, like everything else. We ask God for health and for wealth. And if HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants you to be healthy, so He makes you healthy. And if you're not feeling well, He therefore gives you ideas to a doctor or whatever. On the other hand, you can see very well for own life that when HaKadosh Baruch Hu decides for His reason that it comes to an end, you can even see young people can be healthy. They don't get up in the morning. So it's very, very difficult. This is one of them, I think, this is one of the most difficult concepts in Judaism, that a person should feel so strongly that he is only doing or fulfilling what God's actually decide for us. How to get it? This is you. He gives you brains, the ideas. But you see in life, sometimes you see brainy people, they don't achieve. On the other hand, you see people not so much brainy, and they make money. They, whatever they touch, we don't understand the reasons. God, this is His reason. And I say, very important to internalize this idea that whatever we do, the efforts we do, it only will achieve what God decides. On the other hand, this also it says, which I already mentioned quickly, that as I said, when a person occupies himself to earn money, to get money, the main thing is it should be, why? Because he understands that the main thing is Torah life, Torah study. He needs to live in order to be able to learn. Or as I said, or give you children the opportunity to learn. Torah, this is the center of our life. And therefore, also, some say, a person should be satisfied in the, again, we are talking about very, very high degree of emunah. I'm just talking to myself, to internalize. You should only try to get the minimum that you need to live, and therefore not to spend very much time to occupy yourself in business or other things in occupation. You'll have more free time to be able to learn. But if you're going to waste it, then better be occupied rather than just waste your time. Also, he's talking about Asek Torah, to be busy in the learning, the Imamalta Torah. If you have toiled in the Torah, you get a lot of reward. Doesn't matter what are the consequences if you manage to cover more area in your knowledge or learning. If you told as I said, you used the time that you have got and the means for Torah study, then Kadosh Baruch Hu has got a lot reward waiting for you. This is the last part of the Mishnah. Then he says also, Eve shafal ruach, be humble. Be humble is a spirit before every man. How does it connect to the Torah study? Number one, if you are humble, you will find that even you can learn from a person that maybe you think that he is not knowledgeable more than you. You say, well, this man, what can he teach me? Be humble. Don't think that you are, it's going to be below your dignity to learn from him. As Mishnah says, who said, there's something with this computer, sometimes it comes and jumps, but I hope that it doesn't disturb you. Who said, Lamati arbe mechaverayi. I have learned a lot from my friends. ומתלמידיי יותר מכולם. The most I learned from my students, from my pupils. This is what comes in the part of humbleness. Because if you think that you are a great guy, there is nothing for you but to learn, this is haughtiness. This is not humbleness. Then you are missing opportunities. Because if you be humble, you will be able to get something that you didn't understand, that you don't, you yourself didn't get to it. And somebody that maybe is not great as you or brain as you, and he can enlighten something in you. So always you feel yourself to be humble. And goes further. Humbleness, many times we learn something in the Torah, on the Gemara, or whatever, and it doesn't make sense to us. I don't understand it. And there are certain things that you don't understand. And rightly so, you don't understand because this is God's, and we discussed it before, that let's say, for example, there are mitzvahs, commandments, that God did not write the reasons for it. Yes, you can try and work out, and it doesn't matter. Whatever you work out which makes sense for you, it's fine. Doesn't matter or this rabbi says or another rabbi said. If you have something that you can contribute for understanding, you are free. But many times, there is what the Torah called a chukah, a law which nobody understands. And some people will say, wow, this is rubbish, I don't understand. Then it means that you're being haughty, you miss God's words. So therefore he said, Avei shfal ruach, be humble. And think to yourself, I'll try to understand. And I will try to give an explanation or to read what other commentaries or rabbis, whatever, explain, or I myself can find a good reason which makes me to understand. Great. But what happened if certain mitzvahs or certain halachas or certain gemara you don't understand, others don't give you any satisfactory understanding, really? You should always feel yourself humble. There's no the lack of understanding doesn't mean to say that something wrong with the law. It means that you don't understand. So you be humble and think, could be I'm not such a great chochem. I'm simple. If I understand, is a win. If I don't understand, I understand that I can abide by the law without understanding because this is God's law. How can you be such haughty to think that you have to understand God's reasons? So you can try. You can try to understand in your way. That's fine. As long as you understand that you accept God's Torah, even if you don't understand. This is what he means here. Be humble in your thinking. Avei shfal ruach. So as I said, it includes by being humble, it includes a possibility to learn from everybody, even somebody that is not in your standard. You feel everybody can contribute, and that doesn't matter. You are not great. Avei shfal, be humble. But more than that, when it comes to Torah study, your humbleness or humility should bring you to a conclusion that even if I don't understand, I have to accept that God as God, He understands because He gave us the Torah, and therefore, if I don't understand, means I'm not so great. I'm not in the same level of understanding of Hashem. In the same way, just an example, there are certain natural phenomena that even scientists try to understand, to find out how come, how is it working and so on. But we believe God created the world, God created nature, God created whatever we see. We try to understand, we try to find out the reason or the cause, but at certain times we just have to accept this is what God made, regardless understand or I don't understand. I hope the point is that I made the point.
Rav, we've only got 2 minutes. We've only got 2 minutes left.
We said. Who said it?
Me,
Leslie.
yeah, because they gave me, because of the load shedding,
Okay, I'm finishing this mission.
wonderful,
That-
wonderful.
It's fine. Now he also said, "Im bitalta min haTorah." If you have neglected the Torah, in other words, and I can see it in my life every day, if I just neglected and I said, yeah, today I don't want, and I want to take a little bit off and so on, you see, bitalta yesh לך בטלים הרבה כנגדך. You'll find that being many causes for neglecting in your way. I can see a day, every day. I didn't utilize the time, all of a sudden pop up certain things that I didn't think about it. So if I didn't utilize the time properly, there are other things coming for you to see that you're going to neglect it. I hope that we understand the Mishnah. Any questions? Okay.
No. Thank you,
So-
Rabbi.
Thank you, Rav.
Okay, so we'll, אם ירצה Hashem, continue next week, bli neder, the second Mishnah. In the meantime, whoever here, or hopefully the others will be able to have light and you can join our learning. And I wish you good Shabbos if I don't see you on Thursday. And well, we should continue to think correctly.
Amen.
Thank you,
Thank
Rav.
you, Rabbi.
Thank you.
Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.
Leslie,
Thank you.
I'm still waiting for you to